Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's been a little while since I posted anything, joys of families and projects and whatever else, but I thought I'd give you a bit of an update on a £2,000 Jaaag. So we've done what, 3,700 miles in the last 4 months. In that time the car's been utterly reliable, started every day, uses a fair amount of fuel, hasn't used any water, hasn't used any oil. So general mechanical things, I have to say, overall pretty good. It's pretty quick. It's not the biggest V8, but we'll do a little bit of a demonstration of certain things that it can and can't do a little bit later. The gearbox is a bit lazy, certainly if you just leave it in drive. If you put it in sport mode and turn the traction control off, it will smoke its tyres as much as it wants. So there's plenty of go for an old bus, if you like. Worst things to live with a £2,000 Jaguar? The famous Jaguar headlining. Fits like a really badly fitting boxing glove. Doesn't affect the car one iota, and you'd probably get that on a £4,000 Jaguar. Steering wheel's got a bit of damage, but it feels really nice to use. Big thick rim, gives you great control over the car. Cruise control works fine. All of the electrics work fine, except passenger window. Switch operates it perfectly and it goes down. And then, as I found out the other day, it won't come up. So the only way you can lift it up is with the passenger side window. So that has to be fixed. Now these panels, second hand, are about 90 to 100 pounds. I've also got to get the one with the folding mirror switch, because I've got folding mirrors, darling, don't you know? It's a Jaaag after all. Other than that, touch wood, we average in 26 to the gallon for a 3.6 V8 on a, I don't know, 1700 kilo car. Pretty good. If I'm being really hypercritical, the ashtray on the passenger side has a mind of its own, as will be demonstrated now. So it opens, but it won't close, and it'll carry on doing that unless you lift it right up and close it. Is that another reason not to buy a Jaaag? No, definitely not. And as we're on a quiet stretch of road, the worst thing I've found with it so far, and you might not be able to hear it, I hope the phone will pick it up, it needs a wheel bearing, and you can just hear there's an ever so slight rumble. So in the next video, it'll be my spanner man, otherwise known as my son, who will be changing the front wheel bearing. I'll leave it there. We'll get a bit on the motorway and you can get an idea of just how good for a 3.6 V8 Jaaag the fuel economy is when it's just rolling along. But for now, don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you're not watching this on YouTube, get onto YouTube and check out Father and Son Petrolheads. Thanks for watching. See you soon. So welcome back. Thought I'd just give you an idea. Rolling along the M40 now, 70 miles an hour, as you can see. Cruise control engaged. It's doing just under 2,000 revs, and it's doing over 40 to the gallon. Apologies for the camera work. It's not easy on a phone, and I am not holding it. There's my hands. So it's nothing to do with me. Anyway, just a bit of an insight that a 3.6 V8 4-door big saloon on a run certainly doesn't have to be the horror that people think it is. Hello everyone, welcome back. So just done 200 miles up to Coventry and back again, dropped my granddaughter off in the Jaaag. And as you would expect from a Jaguar, it's very comfortable. It's been pretty quiet apart from the wheel bearing. Other things that I've observed, we need the aircon regassing because it's not as cold as it could be. There's a drop link clunk on the front, about 158,000. We're allowed to have a drop link clonk, I suppose. And unfortunately, I was going to give the sport button a little bit of exercise, but Mr. Policeman has decided to sit in front of me, so we're doing a very sensible 30 miles an hour because we have to. Overall, for 2,000 quid and a handbrake module, because that's all it's cost me in terms of parts, the indicator stalk, I just wanted the trip meter to work, everything else worked fine, so that was just a bit of vanity on my part, I suppose. But so far, 3 months in and nearly 4,000 miles in, our £2,000 Jaguar is doing okay. I'm sure there may be other things to report. It needs a tyre really, but overall, at the moment, the question of whether you can buy a cheap Jag or just buy a Jag cheap, at the moment, fingers crossed, I seem to have bought a cheap Jag. Time will tell. Keep watching and we'll keep you updated on progress. And don't forget, hopefully tomorrow I'll be going to pay a visit to an old friend of mine who has a version of my car's great-grandfather. And now we've turned off, we'll just hit the sport button. And she goes all right. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Father and Son Petrolheads on YouTube.